My name's Chris Harris. I'm a Nyampa Yirita man. I've spent the last 13 years on Yuin country. At the moment we're here on Black Duck Farm, which we call Yumbara, and I'm the farm manager. Black Duck Foods started from Bruce Pascoe, he's the founder of Black Duck Foods, after he wrote the book The Dark Emu. My job is really about observation, connecting to country, harvesting grains, collecting black wattle, digging tubers up, so being connected to country, hands in the soil. So basically identifying what's on country, working out the time that it's going to be ready for harvest. We've got a lot of native grasses, the kangaroo grass, the spear grass. We went out and inspected some country a few days ago and we've seen that the seeds were ready, the seeds have been pollinated and they're ready to go because you've got such a short window, probably a couple of days. As soon as the seed's ripe, to be able to get into that window, you've got to be on country and have your eyes open. Seeds are laying in the ground dormant, so we use another tool, which is fire. We can burn the country. The fire then fertilises the ground. Our old people worked on country, with country, not against country. We looked after all of our animals, whether it be kangaroos, birds, even the little critters in the ground. When we do cool burns, they're not a big fast burn that goes through and kills everything. We do it slowly so that all them little bugs and critters have got time to move. Once the fire's gone across, they can come back up. I come from a machinery background and I really love a challenge. So being able to turn our native grains into a saleable product was a challenge, but it wasn't impossible. It's about our Aboriginal food sovereignty. It's using the existing knowledge passed down through Dreamtime from our old people and using the modern technology we have today to be able to process native grains. We have to dry it, which can take up to a couple of weeks. Then we bring it up to the top in our commercial kitchen. We grind it into a flour. So it's a really big process. It might sound like a fairly sort of short, but it does take time and knowledge. I like processing and packaging our foods and sending them all over Australia, because at least that way I know the foods are getting out to mob. All people across Australia, whether it be chefs, whether it be someone cooking a damper in the backyard. There seems to be a lot more interest. A lot of chefs around Australia are starting to use and understand these flavours, the different profiles and textures that it has, and create some beautiful food. It's about education as well. We get groups of people that come out here. We get school people that come out here. They've got a place to stay. We can sit around the fire of night time, telling yarns. We go down to the garden. They can learn about what foods we're growing on the country. Working on country and connecting back to your country is what I'd like to see all mob around Australia do, not just what we're doing here on Yuin country. A lot of my aunties and uncles are not here anymore. My pop's not here anymore. And every day when I'm working with these foods, I've got my hand in the soil. It gives me a connection to country. And I hope that my old people are looking down on me and are proud.